do that already. Mostly there for exhaust note anyways. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so we're gonna do a quick little vlog test. Nothing super amazing or anything. Sunday morning, traffic's kinda dead, so I figured it's the perfect time to do it. Let's see. Topic. This here's why I suck at vlogging. I never have a good topic. I just ramble on about absolutely nothing important to anyone. So the little Two-Face Customs update, which if anyone follows my Facebook or the Two-Face Customs Facebook, got a new bottom end. Basically the whole cases and everything for the CR500 Supermoto. Just got to finish getting that thing put back together. The CBR still sitting parked. I haven't had a chance to pull that cover off. Probably what I'm gonna do after we get back from this video. God, what else? Oh, the EXS500, which if anyone's been following it, I took my old XS400, which I was going to turn into a bopper, and then changed my mind. I was going to turn it into a cafe racer, and then I changed my mind and decided that I wasn't going to do anything with it. Well, I also had that EX500, otherwise known as the 2005 or the 2001 Ninja 500R. Well, I did the Bio Ninja thing with it, and it was all fun, but it wasn't done right, and I got the frame isn't geometry. The geometry of the frame isn't set up right to really do a proper dirt bike. I mean, it could be done. This is going to cost a lot more than what I want to put into it, and time and everything else. So it's not worth my time to do it. Plus, I didn't have a title for it. Could have gone through a very long, costly, and lengthy it's just stupid amount of work to get that thing in my name for a wreck, Ninja, or do what I decided to do, and that was take what I had available and make it work. Just, funny enough, it's exactly what I'm doing right here for this camera. Really have no idea where I want to go. All things are telling me to go home, but really don't want to. So yeah, I was originally going to actually take and put the EX500 engine in the XS400 frame. Then I decided I wanted the swing arm and the mono shock and all that, and so I got really lazy, which is what I tend to do. And I just basically took the back end, the lower portion, and the engine of the EX500, and mated it with the top end, basically the seat. The subframe, which is not really a subframe on those, it's actually a single piece. The backbone, and then the yoke, or neck, whatever you want to call it. Right now, it looks pretty good. I like the direction it's going, but I gotta finish working on the suspension. I got a set of forks off of an '89 RMC 250. I just gotta get the bearings and everything done for it, and then get on there. I think I'm gonna end up lowering it about 3 inches. I want to have a little more ride height with it. I I want a little bit more clearance. It's basically going to be like my adventure bike, where I have less worries about getting hung up in things. I'm not a big Kawasaki fan. Wilkinson and Scott Kelly, Toast to Go, both know that. I told them that a few days ago. In fact, my wife knows it. You know, I don't hate them. Don't get me wrong. They're decent bikes. They really are. I believe Wilson Rider. He has the 636. It's been a long time since I've seen it. So I'm trying to remember right. I've always been a fan of the 1400 because it's a big, beefy bike, kind of like my CBR 1000. There's a lot. They really do have a lot of good bikes. And then I was always a fan of their dirt bikes as a kid too. But overall, I feel them to be more like toys. I know they're not, but it just has that feel. Especially if you take, you know, the Ninja 250 or that EX 500, you know, the Ninja 500 into consideration. They're toys. But they're not bad toys. They're not bad bikes. Like the one I got, it's a 2001. It had like, I think 1,500 miles on it when I got it. It's been a while. I think it was close to, is that a 13 or 15, somewhere in that range. You know, but it is, you know, it's wrecked, but the engine's solid, you know, and I got it up and running that same weekend that I got it. That thing had been laying on its side in the backyard for 5 years. Perfectly good engine. I couldn't let myself give it up. I played the idea of a go-kart with it for a little while, and then finally settled on this. So it has potential. Plus, the parallel twins, the Ninja parallel twins, have a slightly different exhaust note than any other kind of parallel twin. If you compare them, like my wife's XS400 compared to that Ninja, there's just like this. I don't know what it is, but it's got a cool little tone to it that other bikes don't have. I'm gonna mount it up with some 4-stroke dirt bike cans, probably off of a YZF. This will get a little bit more like a double bumper rump. Rumble. I suck at speaking. That's really about it. I'm probably gonna keep the straight seat section. Always travel on this intersection. Just, you know, that's sort of why I didn't want to go with the the Ninja's frame, just because it's too much like a sport bike. Whereas I'm not really wanting to go complete dirt bike. You know, so I'm wanting to go hybrid. I'd love this if it didn't get a kickstart on. That'd be convenient. But we'll see where it's gonna go. I haven't put up the frame yet, just because I haven't finished adjusting the suspension and everything yet. But right now, it's got like a ridiculously sharp rake on it, and then the suspension and everything. The wheelbase is about the same, but not like an inch longer than my wife's FD650. You know what? Damn. Should have put a dead cat on this fucking one down by the exhaust. There's gonna be a lot of wind noise. I wasn't thinking about it at all. I did a few days ago, and I really fucking forgot today. That sucks. Well, maybe I just cancel all my voice altogether and just play some music. That'll make Suburban Rider happy. Obviously, you know, the Mule. Fun little toy. No fucking room on it for anything really, so I was going against my ways and backpacking it. She broke traction instead of wheeling. I'll be straight up, I suck at wheelies. That CBR is such a heavy bike that I very rarely ever even attempted it. All I could just imagine was 600 pounds coming down the forks and folding them underneath me. So I never bothered. Every once in a blue moon I get a wild hair at my ass and just pop a little clutch wheelie. Very rare. I think the whole time I owned that bike, I maybe did 3 wheelies, and I've owned that bike since September, the end of September 2007. I've done two actual wheelies on this one. Did a little 2-foot one and rode it out a little bit. And then I was in Walmart the other day with my wife, and I was just not thinking about the fact that this thing, the gear ratio on the first on this thing is like 2.68, and then the second gear is like fucking 1.89. So it's ridiculous. So I fucking clutched the wheelie and fucking brought the whole front end straight up in the air, and all I can say is, oh fuck, I'm fixing that 12 o'clock this. So I let her come down, and I smashed my fucking nuts into this damn hard ass seat and wannabe tank. Let's put up some facts. That, you know, a lot of people don't know. Not a tank, airbox. This is a cover for the ginormous airbox that's underneath here. The frame itself is the gas tank. When I fill up, I usually put in, when I've hit the reserve, about 2.7 gallons. So it does not have a very big tank in the frame. Around city, I average about 46, 48 mpg. This morning I actually averaged 50, which is, you know, that's back and forth to work and in town. But whenever we went out to Williamston to meet up with Wilkinson and Scott Kelly, I got about 55 miles a gallon, whereas my wife's SV650 got 63 miles a gallon. That bike is just badass when you think about it. It may not have a shit ton of power, but it's more than adequate enough to have fun with. Try not to speed on the street too much. I'll like to chill out around here. They like to chill, y'all. Somebody on Google named this road right here Racetrack Road. Once it hits right back there by that corner I just came out of, it reverts back to being Old 30. I got like a minute and a half left, and there's absolutely nothing to talk about. Oh, okay, back to the bike, sorry. Handguards, I put these PowerMed handguards. There is a version of the XB9 called the City Cross. I believe they did a 12 version of it too, where it had these factory handguards, which they actually loop around the bars. They match the bike a little bit, and have like the same contours as almost like the frame does. That's the corner. Hope the camera doesn't hit the ground. I think I'll continue on a little bit longer. Maybe a slightly longer, boring video. The oil tank, because, you know, it's a Harley, it has a separate oil tank. It's not, you know, not a sub engine where it basically has, you know, a fucking oil pan. So the oil tank port is actually the left-hand side of the swing arm. The dip split stick sits right on top of it. You know, the oil drains right there too. On the bottom, obviously, but belt driven, but it is also chain driven. They call it the primary chain. There's a chain that comes off of the crank that actually spins. Oh damn, that's the camera off my hand. That actually spins the transmission. It's only a 5-speed, but trust me, it has more than enough get up and go in every gear. It just pulls hard no matter what gear you're in. Right now I'm in 4th, so you know, you have to get a lighter little rumble there. But I need to do the TPS reset on this, or the throttle position sensors reset, because whenever I'm down around anywhere between 0 to 2,500 RPMs, I think that's the camera again. 0 to 2,500 RPMs, the bike likes to putter every once in a while. I'll get a intake backfire. I just haven't made the cable yet. I had intentions to and I just didn't do it. Yeah, there's like a little surge. It's not bad or anything. Yeah, but it still pulls hard. The belt's supposed to last the life of the bike, but they're like the warranty is only good for so long. I think this one has like a 15 or a 25,000 mile warranty on it, or there is a version of the belt that has a lifetime warranty on it. I'm not sure how it'll last for me. I mean, I ride a lot of them for year round, so I do all weather. So you get a combination of sitting in the sun or being soaked in the rain that tends to cause dry rot on certain things. I used to use foam grips in the CBR just because it helps with some of the vibrations. Which compared to this, CBR does not have vibrations. But the foam grips just would not last between me romping on it and just general sitting in the weather. They just don't last. I only replace the grips on this, and these are way too hard. I think these are still a factory grip. But anyways, this is a very long and boring and useless video. But it's a test, and if it comes out, then I may try some more. Possibly work on V-log motors some more.